I'm going to try to ask Martin some questions. Oh, Martin, can I ask you a few questions for our audience? You speak English, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so dear audience, may I present you Martin Sellner, who organized today's event, rally for Iryna Zarutska and Charlie Kirk. Martin, why did you do this?
It was important for me that what Americans see from Vienna is not only from Austria and Europe, these wild comments of a lot of our politicians and our media personalities who try to inverse the victim and the perpetrator. So for me, it was really personally important that we organized something like this together. And it wasn't just me, it was also people from the Freedom Party and just patriots who said we just want to share our anger, we want to share our sorrow, and we want to come together with a clear message against these ideologies, against any political violence, and show the world that here in Vienna we still have Iryna and Charlie in our hearts.
A very direct question, Martin. Let's pick some left-wing activist of your choice, somebody very well known, let's say Whoopi Goldberg. If anyone shot her, how would you react?
I would react with the same horror seeing a video. Anybody, doesn't matter which political or whatever belief he has, seeing him being killed just for his convictions. And we had years ago, also after a shooting, which was a writing shooting, a commemoration ceremony together. And I think this should be a consensus, left and right, from Washington DC to Vienna, that this has no place in our society. So absolutely, this is a clear message not only against left-wing violence, but against any kind of political violence.
That was a very clear statement. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question.
Are you going to continue the fight of Charlie Kirk? Do you see in any way connected to him, to his ideas?
Absolutely. I also I'm always looking for debate, because it's boring if you only talk with people who share your conviction, your opinion. And we had several ideas also inspired by Charlie Kirk and by Stephen Crowder, where we went in front of the university and debated left-wing people. And it was a very great experience. And I'm proud and happy to say that Generation Identity Germany did this today. They went in front of the university in a German city with a table and invited the left for dialogue to show we will not become crazy, we will not become radical or extreme because of all these extreme things that happen, but we are still searching dialogue. Also because I think that we have the better arguments. So I invite everybody, stop this madness, stop this circle of violence and destruction, and let's just get together and talk openly about it. Stop censorship, stop travel bans, book bans, bans for freedom of speech, and let's have an open and free debate. If we don't do this, then I'm afraid the circle of violence will continue.
Martin, you're also a young man, very active. You're also a family father, and you're also what people call a right wing. You could as well become target for some crazy guy. What would you say if anything happened to you? How should people react to it?
I hope it doesn't come to that. My wife, who saw this video, who is an American, is also a bit concerned, and others are. Because, as I said in my speech, it was in German, the problem is there are soft targets, and Charlie Kirk was a soft target. And I think the assassin saw how the attempt with Trump failed, and now it picks a target that does not have sniper teams on rooftops. So I'm afraid this can continue. Also, Michael Stürzenberger, a free speech activist in Germany, was almost killed during a peaceful political event. I just can say, if it should happen to me, I really don't want to talk about it like that, not to scare anyone. I also encourage people to keep going, not become bitter or crazy or violent, but just keep going sometimes. And it has happened in many civil rights movements and political movements. Sometimes this death, this threats, this terror is just a necessary phase we have to go through. So I also see this attacks as something that is proving us right, because all this terror, all this anger, all this frustration and censorship just shows that we're onto something and that people are lacking arguments. So I would urge people, stay on your path, keep the satyagraha, the non-violent discipline, stick to the main weapons we have, which is our ideas and principles.
Now, last question. Do you have anything personal to say to the family of Charlie Kirk and of Iryna Zarutska?
I have to say this is also where I'm lacking words. I pray for them daily, especially for the wife of Charlie. I've seen these videos. I imagine how it would be if my own son would see me dying on the stage and my wife crying while she's shocked and crying to hide his eyes that doesn't see this with two children. It's just, I think it's too hard to even stomach. I've never seen them. They'll probably never see this, but I can just tell them that I really pray for them, and I hope that this iconic image that Charlie Kirk leaves behind, because he died while he was doing what he always did. He really died as a peaceful, political, idealistic warrior, that this is uplifting to them. And I hope that they have a good surrounding, but I think we can only pray for them and hope that they also don't get bitter, because they're such a bad fit.
And Iryna Zarutska's family?
Of course, there's, I was talking about Charlie Kirk now, but this is also brutal murder, we mustn't forget. And obviously also to a family, to a father and to a boyfriend who reached out to the media and complained. Obviously, was very bitter about what happened. I heard her father wasn't even allowed to leave the country. I don't know if it's true. I also can feel for them, because the daughter fled a war zone, fled into the knife, and I also give them my honest condolences, and I'm also praying for them and for their daughter.
Thank you very much, Martin. Thank you for this interview. May God bless and protect you, as well as everybody else on this world.
Thank you, Alexander. Very grateful that you came today. To anyone who came, everyone is invited. You asked me if it's okay if these and those people came. Anybody could have come. Unfortunately, some people tried to disturb a minute of silence, but it doesn't matter. We keep going, and I thank you very much for being there and recording everything.